In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to wire wrap a pendant. I like using teardrop shaped pendants like these. This is a green chalcedony. It needs to have a side drill across the top so you can see quite clearly on this one where the hole is. It goes from one side to the other. Take a foot or less, probably more like 9 inches of wire, this is sterling silver, and poke it through the hole about 2 inches, being very careful not to break it because it can be quite delicate at that point. Fold it into a triangle so that there's a little bit of space between the top of the stone and where you wrap it, and wrap the longer piece around the back of the shorter piece. This just holds it in place, and then it's quite simple really. You're just going to keep wrapping round from the top downwards as carefully as you can, but it also looks quite nice with a messy finish too. So I usually aim to make it neat, and if it ends up messy, that's also very nice to look at as well. So you could stop at this point if that's enough wrapping for you. That's probably just a few inches that I've used in total. But I'm going to keep going a little bit further because I think it gives quite a nice finish if you go perhaps a quarter or a third of the way down. But obviously you don't want to cover up too much of your stone. Then when you're ready, you can bring the longer piece back up the back of the stone and over the wire, and then wind it with the shorter piece of wire that you've still got there, winding the two of them together as carefully as you can. You may end up, if you don't twist them like this, one in front of the other, you can end up with one wire just going round the other, which can look very attractive, but it means that your wire will shorten quite quickly. So twisting both together simultaneously will give a better or easier to use effect. As you can see, it's not perfect, but you can use your pliers just to straighten it out a bit or add any extra twists. Again, being very careful not to break your wire because it also can be delicate. So I now have a couple of inches spare, and using my round nose pliers, I'm going to bend it back over one of the sides of the pliers, twist it around the front, and then wrap it around itself. So not around the pliers, but around itself. I did it once or twice. This will keep it secure. You can do it another time if you want to, if you've got a gap or something that you want to fill. And then just use your pliers to straighten it up. And then you'll need some cutters to cut off any excess. If you don't have too much excess, you can just tuck it in, but usually there will be something sticking out at the end, which is obviously a bit unsightly. So cut it with your cutters and then flatten it with the pliers so that it doesn't poke out, because you don't want it to scratch you when you're wearing it. And just make sure the shape is right with your round nose pliers again. Check you're happy with it. Tuck in any loose ends and you've finished. If you want to make earrings, you'll want your loop to be smaller and perpendicular. So this is great for a pendant or a smaller one for earrings. Good luck!